Okay, let's unpack this. Palantir. It's been a really debated company for a while, hasn't it? Especially that valuation versus performance quotient.
Right. Lots of strong opinions there.
But this latest earnings report, wow. It feels like it's maybe rewriting the script a bit.
It's certainly made waves.
So today we're doing a deep dive into Palantir's Q2 results, that big stock surge, and what their CEO, Alex Karp, is calling this astonishing AI impact that seems to be driving things.
Exactly. Our mission here is to get past the headlines for you. We want to look at the actual financial numbers, the growth levers, what really fueled this record quarter.
Give you the hard facts, essentially.
That's the goal, a comprehensive fact-based picture.
Okay, so the market definitely noticed. The stock jumped, over 8%, hit a new high.
Yeah, intraday it hit $176.33. A strong reaction to these Q2 2025 numbers.
So what were those core numbers? What really stood out?
Well, the big one, the headline grabber, was revenue. For the first time ever, Palantir crossed the $1 billion mark in quarterly revenue, came in at $1.004 billion.
$1 billion. That's a major milestone.
It is, and it's up 48% year over year. That's significantly higher than analysts were predicting. It really signals something about their shift, maybe towards that scalable commercial AI model.
Okay, 48% growth. And earnings.
Earnings per share, EPS, came in at 77% jump from last year, again, beating the estimates.
Wow.
And they didn't stop there. They also raised their forecast for the full year. Now looking at $4.14 billion to $4.15 billion in revenue, which is, again, higher than the Wall Street consensus.
And all this translates to the stock price, obviously. You mentioned the immediate jump, but the year-to-date performance is pretty staggering too, right?
Oh, absolutely. Shares are up 131% just this year. Compare that to the S&P 500, which is up, 7.4%?
Big difference.
Huge difference.
Yeah.
It's pushed their market cap to around $411 billion. Makes them, I think, the 22nd largest company globally now.
So they're playing in the big leagues. But where is this growth coming from? You mentioned AI is key.
All right, that's the crucial part. The U.S. commercial revenue that saw explosive growth, 93% year over year. It hit $306 million.
93%.
Yeah, and that seems to be driven by really fast adoption of their AI platform, AIP. We're seeing it across finance, healthcare, logistics.
So broad adoption.
Seems like it. And look at the deal sizes. They reported 66 deals over $5 million and 42 over $10 million. That suggests serious enterprise buy-in.
Okay, that's the commercial side. What about government? That's always been their bread and butter.
Still very strong.
Yeah.
U.S. government revenue grew 53% year over year, contributing $426 million.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of that is renewals, expansions with places like the DoD, CIA, HHS, the core clients. Shows they're maintaining that base too.
And that strong government performance links right into that massive Army deal announced last week. That wasn't just another contract, was it?
No, not at all. This is a consolidation effort by the Army. They're taking dozens of software contracts and rolling them into one big enterprise deal with Palantir.
And the value?
$10 billion over the next decade.
$10 billion.
Yeah. Wedbush Securities analysts called it potentially one of the largest software deals the Defense Department's ever done. It's a huge long-term commitment.
Okay, so top-line growth is booming. What about profitability? Are they making money on all this?
They are. The adjusted operating margin was 46%. That's very healthy for a software company.
Very healthy.
Free cash flow was strong too, $569 million, which is about a 57% margin on that adjusted number. And GAAP net income actual profit was $327 million, up 144% year over year.
So the financial health looks pretty robust underneath the revenue growth.
It does. And they're projecting Q3 revenue to keep growing around 50% year over year. Plus, their pipeline looks strong. Total contract value, TCV, hit a record $2.27 billion, and they have $2.79 billion just in U.S. commercial backlog.
Lots of momentum. You mentioned CEO Alex Karp called the AI platform's impact astonishing. What do you think he means by that specifically? Why astonishing?
Well, I think the astonishing part likely refers to the speed. How quickly AIP seems to be allowing them to onboard clients and show value, turning pilots into big deployments much faster than before, maybe weeks instead of months. That rapid ROI is probably what's accelerating the business, as he put it.
Makes sense. Okay, so the numbers look great. The CEO is bullish, but not everyone is completely sold, right? There's still some analyst caution out there.
That's right. It's important to present that too. Some analysts are looking at the valuation, which has obviously run up quite a bit.
Like who? What's the argument?
Well, for example, Brent Thill at Jefferies suggested the stock might underperform because of what he called a disconnection between valuation and achievable growth. Basically, is the price too high even with this growth?
Right.
And Rishi Jaluria at RBC Capital Markets had a similar thought, noting the valuation seems unsustainable unless Palantir delivered exactly this kind of substantial beat-and-raise quarter, which, to be fair, they did. But the core concern is about sustaining this pace relative to the stock price.
Understood. And that's why we lay out these different perspectives, the numbers and the analysis, so you can consider it all.
Exactly. So to sum it up, Q2 definitely showed Palantir is monetizing AI effectively. Profitability is strong, enterprise traction is growing, especially commercially in the U.S. But that valuation remains a big point of discussion and debate among the experts.
So the final thought for you, our listener. Considering Palantir's, well, astonishing AI impact, as Karp calls it, and this really rapid financial growth, how do you weigh that against the analyst cautions on valuation when thinking about its long-term value proposition in this constantly changing AI world?